All right, just real quick, I want to get on here that editing the video, I've noticed that instead of calling it Affinity, I'm calling it Affinity. I found that really annoying. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, I'm Latino, I have an accent. Sometimes I mispronounce things. Yeah, that's all I want to say. So enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so with all the hype going around with affiliate, I'm sure you guys already downloaded to test out the tools yourself, test out the program yourself, and you're probably thinking, okay, where are my Illustrator tools in affiliate? Don't worry, your boy got you. I got Illustrator and affiliate open right now in the background right here. You're gonna go and compare each toolbar to find out where are your Illustrator tools in affiliate. Are they the same? Are they different? Are they better? Are they improved? So I'm gonna stop talking and just jump into the little toolbar tutorial, I guess you could call it. All right, so here I got Illustrator and I got Affiliate open. And we're going to go 2 by 2 to show you differences, where you can find each tool and how are they different between the both programs. So my testing, they're very similar. Some tools are different than others, but we go through it together. All right, starting with the first tool, the Move tool. The Move tool in Affinity is right here. If you hover for it, it says the Move tool. Click and drag. I don't see let me see. Okay, I don't see a keybind for it, so I guess you could do that on your own. But the Move tool, like any other Move tool, same thing as Illustrator. You know, you have a box, get to like a blue color to see it better. Click the Move tool, and you move it around. Same thing as Illustrator, right? You got a box. Let me give it a fill. Give it like we put a red, so red versus blue. All right, Move tool, and you move it around. You could increase the size, decrease the size. You can hold shift to keep it proportions. This is the same thing in Affiliate Designer. You can increase the size. You hold shift to keep it proportions. You can also turn it around the corners. Just the same thing as Illustrator. If I could do this right. Come on. And same thing as Illustrator, same thing in Affiliate Designer. So nothing new there. Okay, one tool down is gonna be, let me see if I can hover so you can see it, but this is the Artboard tool. So the Artboard tool is a different location from Illustrator, but remember, you could customize this toolbar. So if you want this toolbar to look exactly like Illustrator, you could go ahead and do that. But for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna keep it exactly the same. I'm not gonna customize this toolbar. Maybe in the future I might do it just to keep it exactly the same. So this is your Artboard tool. And it's like just like Illustrator, you could plus, you make another artboard. You could click and drag and make it a different size, or you can move it around. And in Illustrator, the Artboard tool is like all the way down here. And the same thing, you could click the plus sign and make another artboard. Click and drag to have a different size. Same thing, nothing's different. All right, the next tool, we got the Node tool. So I noticed that in Affiliate, it's a little different when it comes to picking nodes. So if I see right now, I can't really click on a node here compared to Illustrator. You have your direct selection tool and you could click a node here and you could change the shape by selecting one node. But in Affiliate, it's a little different. I noticed that when I was playing around with it, because right now, if I go to the node tool, I can't really change this node like at all. Yeah, so you can't really customize the shape by selecting a node. You got to go right click and you have to convert. There's an option here that says convert to curves. Once you click that, now you could go ahead and move these nodes around. If you saw earlier, but just now I double click and it turned to a curve. So yeah, that's something different I noticed from Affiliate and Illustrator. You gotta do that little conversion, convert it to a curve. So keep that in mind when you're trying to use a node tool. All right, so the next tool is the point transform tool. I was a little confused about how this tool worked, but I noticed if you take the little circle point in the middle and you like move it down here. So now when you want to size the shape, it's going to size from the location of that point. So it's kind of like that tool in Illustrator, the scale tool, but I find it a little bit more useful because you can visually see like where you're going to scale it from. Okay, I want to scale it from this corner over here. So I got this node over here and it's going to scale to that corner. And no matter where I move the shape, it's going to scale from that corner. I actually kind of like this tool. And the way you would do this in Illustrator is going to the scale tool. Like me personally, I never liked the scale tool, the way it works. I really like how Affiliate uses the scale tool. I put in a point to exactly where you want to scale it from. But yeah, this is the scale tool. You could just double click and you have your drop down menu, what percentage you want to increase it or decrease it. So you could put like 150% and you got your preview and it increases that way. And also this you can also do it by clicking it. And I always hated this. It's so, I don't know, it's so wonky, and I never liked the shape, the scale tool. I much prefer to use the option menu when it comes to the scale tool in Illustrator, but I really like the scale tool in Affinity. I think I find it more useful, more easier, more user-friendly. That's what I'm looking for. It's way more user-friendly, definitely. You put a dot, you put your point, and you just scale and rotate toward that point. I don't know. I think Affiliate Scale Tool is more user-friendly, more efficient than the one in Illustrator. Illustrator is good if you use it by hitting enter and going to the actual menu and actually do your changes directly from there. All right, let's move on because I spent too much time on this tool already. All right, so the next tool we had down on the list is the corner tool. This is something I don't like how Affiliate does it because it's a separate tool. Well, because you have your node tool and then now you have your corner tool. I'm not a big fan of this because compared to Illustrator, you just click your direct selection tool and then you just round your corners. Very simple. Then in Affiliate, well, you have your move tool, then you have your node tool, then you have your rounded corners tool. It's like I really need 3 different tools to round the corner or to get to round corners. I think they could combine the node tool and this corner tool together. That's my opinion. But what's cool about this tool is you can actually, but you can't see it here. Let me get like a lighter color for you guys here. Go with the yellow. Let's see if I can see better. All right, there we go. What I like about the radius tool that as you making the corner, making a round corner, you can see the radius of that corner. So you see the actual circle. So I like that. That's pretty cool. You can grab this corner over here. You can grab this corner over here. It's cool. You can see that your radius. So I think when you can visually see the changes that you're making, I think it makes a better user experience. But like I said, in Illustrator, it's just so much easier. Just go to your direct selection tool, click, and just click and drag. You don't have to go to multiple tools. All right, so the next one on the list is the contour tool. This would be like your offset path equivalent. So there's a dedicated tool in the toolbar for that. And what you do is you click and you just drag, and it's kind of hard to see, but there's an outline of the original shape. If you click and drag out, you can see at the offset that's making it. And you click and drag in, you do the opposite. Oh, now you can see it better now. So it's making an offset of that square. I really like how the offset path works in Affiliate because, like I said, you can visually see it. It's right there. There's a dedicated toolbar or tool in the toolbar for it. And in Illustrator, well, you go to option, you go to path, and you go to offset path, and then you gotta move these numbers. I mean, it works, but it's like too many steps to get to offset path. It's kind of a bit annoying, but it's there. Compared to Affiliate, I think Affiliate does a way better job. Less painful to get to the tool. It's right there. Click and drag, and there's your offset. All right, the next one is the pen tool. We all know this tool. It's the pen tool. Nothing really special. You click, and you do a path. And if you click and drag, you move your curve. Now, compared to Illustrator, a little difference is when you click and drag in Illustrator, you can actually see where the next point's going at. You get a little preview. And for Affiliate, if you want to have that same effect, like show a little preview of where your point's going to land, you have to go to those settings, to the pen tool settings, go down and click where it says rubber band or rubber band mode. When you click that, now you can see where that point is going to land. Just kind of weird. That should be on by default. I don't know why would you ever use the pen tool and not see where it's going to land, Anyways, yeah, but if you want that same effect like in Illustrator, again, go to the pen tool settings, and the option is rubber band mode. All right, next you got your pencil tool. Well, we all know the pencil tool. You do shapes. You could draw with the pencil tool. Same thing in Illustrator. Now, if you want to make your, do all this mess. Now, you want to make your curves when you're drawing with the pencil more smooth. You click up here where it says stabilizer. So next time you draw, ooh, look how smooth that is. That is smooth compared with the stabilizer off. Makes it nice and smooth. And of course, in Illustrator, it's a little more steps, but the same thing. You double click, and then you got your option, your pencil option, your pencil tools options right here. You just max out the smoothness. You play with these settings to get the same effect. I like that Affinity, the button is right there. I mean, it's kind of small, but it's right there. You click it once and you can just move pencil. All right, your next tool is the path brush tool. So this is basically your brush tool. You know, you click, you drag, and you draw. And in Illustrator, same thing in Illustrator, you click and draw your brushes. Like, same thing, nothing's different. So what's cool about the knife tool compared to Illustrator, knife tool could cut shapes and it can also cut paths. Compared to Illustrator, you have your scissor tool to cut paths and you have your knife tool to cut shapes. So in Affiliate, I find it more useful because you have one tool that can do two things. Use my knife tool to cut the paths and there's a cut right there, or I got the shape over here. Go to a knife tool and I could cut the shapes as well. You can hold shift, you can make a straight line, and now you have all these shapes. The same thing here. So I gotta give it up to Affiliate. The tool is more useful. One tool, you can do two things. All right, next tool is the stroke width tool. It's very similar from Illustrator. So the way it works, let's just draw a path first. Actually, let me just clean up my workspace. I'm gonna go to draw some kind of weird curve here. Okay, now I grab the width tool and I could click and drag. You see, and it makes like a thicker line, and it's thin in the middle. But you can actually move these two. Yeah, the same tool as Illustrator basically. So we go to Illustrator, some lines here, and the width tool is this little icon right over here. And the same thing, you click and you drag, and yeah, basically the same thing. So the tool is right here. This is the icon. It's a stroke width tool, and Illustrator is just called the width tool. All right, so the next tool is the fill tool, which is the shortcut key is G. So this is like this is your gradient tool. So basically you just click and drag, and there's your gradient. And then you just change the color, do like a red or something. I like the gradient tool here in Illustrator, in Affiliate. I find the gradient tool a lot more easier to use. I find the Illustrator one is kind of clunky. All right, so one thing I really like of Affiliate is all of the preset shapes they already have built in, and here it's called the dimensions tool. But look how many shapes they already have. They have the rectangle tool, ellipse tool, rounded rectangle tool. They have the triangle tool, diamond tool, trapezoid. They have stars. They have double star tool. They have a square star. What the heck is a square star? I never heard of a square star, but they have it there. They have arrows. They got pies. They got they got clouds. They even got call outs. They got little bubbles for like call outs and chat tiers. It's like everything already built there for you. That's why. Let's compare this to Illustrator. Let's go to the shape. Rectangle, ellipse, polygon, star, and line. Like really Illustrator? Like really Adobe? It's like after all these years, you can't just take 2 seconds and just give us all these shapes already instead of doing it by scratch. But yeah, this is pretty awesome. All these shapes already built in for you. Even the donut too. Look at that. Just grab one. Let's try this cloud too. Look at that. Look at that little cloud. I think I won't call that a cloud, but so like in Illustrator, you could come in here and you could like increase or decrease. You can increase, decrease the radius. Not that completely doesn't look like a cloud anymore, but you have all these options here. They got the desired shape that you want for whatever it is that you're designing. But what I like the most is that you have all of this already built for you. You got a cat tool. Wait a minute, what the heck is this? Wait, what's a cat tool? No way. Really? Come on now. Ain't that's pretty cute. They have a cat. So if you need a cat, it's there. It's already built for you. You don't have to do it from scratch. That's kind of cute. Okay, they got a cat here. I bet my daughter says she gonna like the little pink cat. Come on, man. Come on, Adobe. Give us at least a dog, man. Shoot. And of course, we got the shape builder tool. Personally, my favorite tool that I use a lot in Illustrator, and it's awesome that it's here. All right, so you just, it's a shape builder tool. You grab your shapes. It works exactly the same as Illustrator. Then you could click and drag the combined shapes. You could hold Alt, and you could delete shapes. Click and drag the unite shapes. Or delete shapes. It's a shape builder tool. Like, what else you can say about it? It works exactly the same thing in Illustrator. So next tool below shape builder tool is the vector flood fill tool. It's a mouthful, but basically what it is, it's the paint bucket tool. I mean, I feel like that could be a simpler name, but just pick a color, and yeah, you fill in the vector shape. It's like, dude, come on. It's a paint bucket tool. You can't just call it a paint bucket tool. Vector, flood, fill. That's a mouthful. I'm sorry that. Just call it a paint bucket tool. I don't understand why it'd be so complicated. All right, next you got your type tools. You got your artisan type tool and your frame text tool. So the artistic text tool is basically you click and you just type. You know, just like Illustrator. Illustrator, you got your type tool. You click, type, and wow, that is pretty small. And the other option, frame text tool, you click, drag, make a frame. I made it a little bit bigger, you guys can see. And you type within that frame, and the text is gonna follow that text frame box. And to see even better, just right click and you go hit insert filler text, and there's your filler text. So if you're doing a mock-up or anything, you need filler text to see how the text is gonna fit. It's right there. The same thing, Illustrator, you take your type tool, fill it, and it automatically fills in the tool. So it fills in the frame with text. So I like Illustrator because click and drag, it does it automatically for you. Sometimes it can be annoying, sometimes I don't want that, sometimes you do, but you go to the option, you can turn that off. In Affiliate, just one extra step, right click, fill in the frame with text. So that's the text tool. Next one is your place tool. You want to place an image or a photo or anything, you just click on it, it'll open up your browser, your file explorer, and pick the image you want, and you click, and there it is. Boom. Simple as that. Same thing in Illustrator. You go to File, Place, and same thing. File, Place, click what you're looking for, and boom. Same thing. Except that one has a tool, and one in Illustrator you go to File, Place, and then in Affiliate they have a dedicated tool in the toolbar. All right, the next is the Vector Crop tool. When I saw this tool, I was like, Vector Crop? You gonna crop vectors? Like what? But no, actually pretty useful. So let me just delete this. Let's say you have multiple shapes. I don't know, let's get triangles. You have multiple triangles here, and I'm making a pattern for your visual identity project. Your patterns happen to be a bunch of rectangles, all right? So what you do is you select everything, you hit Control G to group them together, and then now when you click this tool, you can crop in or crop from top to bottom, and you can make patterns that way. I mean, I think it's not destructive, it's still there. No matter how you move this, is in there. So you wanna bring back what you crop, it's there. All right, next you got your measurement tool. Though it's not as robust as the one from Illustrator, because when let's say, okay, I want to know the distance between this point and this point over here. Okay, boom, there it is. But when I click to keep it there, all right, okay, it's there. But if I want to measure this point from this point again, from over here, it disappears. So I haven't found a way to like do the measurement and keep it in place. It just disappears on me. Like if you go into Illustrator, the tool is a lot more robust, because if you compare to Illustrator, let's see, it's my dimension, here it is. So I click and drag, and right there, boom, there it is. And I can go again, this side, click and drag. See, and it stays there. I still cannot figure out, I don't know if that's how the tool's supposed to work in Affiliate, where that the tool always disappear and then you drag it out. Like, I don't know, it's not working for me. I don't know what the heck I'm doing wrong. Let me know, you guys, how you figure out how this tool works. I still haven't able to figure it out how it works. Yeah, so one point goes to Illustrator. The dimension tool works way more better than the Affiliate one. I don't know if that was part of the design or I'm using the tool wrong. Let me know in the comments below. All right, in the fill area tool, you click on your shapes and it tells you like the exact area. So it tells you how many, I think the measurements there is points, and it gives you the total points, which I don't have to use for it. I'm sure maybe some package designers might find that useful. All right, and the last tool we got in here is your color picker tool or your style picker tool, which again, you want the color of your shape. There it is. You click on it, and then right here you can see the color. I just find it weird that you have one tool that does, well, two tools to do a similar thing, because in Illustrator you just have your eyedropper tool, and you can copy text, and you could copy textiles, and also you can copy colors from shapes. But for Affiliate, well, they have separate tools for that, which I don't know, it's just find it less efficient. I found Illustrator one is more efficient. One tool, it just does everything. All right, so there you have it. We've compared each tool from Illustrator and Affiliate. We ran down every tool from Affiliate Designer, and yeah, there's some tools that are better in Affinity, in my opinion. There's some tools that lack features compared to Illustrator. I found the gradient tool way more user-friendly in Affinity compared to Illustrator. but I found the measurement tool more useful in Illustrator compared to the one in Affinity. Maybe just me. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Somebody let me in the comments say, hey, X, you're doing it wrong. But yeah, it's kind of wild that this software is completely free and it has some really nice tools. I'm going to keep on playing with this program, and I want to make a whole visual identity, a logo, mockups, everything, even a logo presentation, everything with Affiliate and see how it works. I have Affiliate may struggle a little bit because I don't know all the tools, and I'm going to try my best not to fall into temptation and go back to Adobe. But no, I'm going to do that video. I'm working on it right now. I'm designing the logo right now, and I already did the strategy. It's not a real client, the fake client I should made. But yeah, there you have it. Catch you in the next one. See ya.